Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So from today's video onwards, we are going to start with a new topic, namely linked list. And the first question in linked list is finding middle element in a linked list. The question states that given a singly linked list of n nodes, the task is to find the middle of the linked list. In case if the number of elements in linked list are odd, then we need to return the middle element, and if it is even number of elements, then there are two middle elements among which we need to return the second. So let's have a look at the examples. In example 1, the linked list is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 3 is a middle element, so the output is 3. Similarly, in case of example 2, the linked list is 2, 4, 6, 7, 5, 1. In this case, we have two middle elements, namely 6 and 7. So as stated in the question, we need to return the second middle, which is 7. So our output here is 7. So now let's have a look at the approach to solve this particular problem. Let's consider the same example as given in the question, where the linked list is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The right side of the screen shows the algorithm where we have the function getMiddle, whose argument is the head pointer of the linked list. So initially we declare two nodes, namely temp and mid, and point them to the head node, as well as we create a variable called count and initialize it with 0. Then we have a while loop where we check whether if temp is not equal to null, and if so, then we update temp as temp of next. So now temp points to the node 2, and we update the value of count as count plus plus. So the value of count is 1. Again we check whether if temp is not equal to null. Since this condition is true, therefore again we update the value of temp as temp is equal to temp of next. Now temp points to the node 3, and we update the value of count as count plus plus. Again we check whether if temp is not equal to null, which is true, so we update temp as temp of next and increment the value of count. This process continues until we reach a condition where the value of temp is equal to null. So now we have temp is equal to null, therefore we exit the while loop and update the value of count as count by 2 plus 1. So the updated value of count is 3. Then we have another while loop where we check whether if count is greater than 1. Since count is greater than 1, therefore we update mid as mid of next. So now mid points to the second node and decrement the value of count. So the updated value of count is 2 now. Again we check whether if count is greater than 1, which is true. Therefore we update mid as mid of next. So mid points to the third node and we decrement the value of count. Again we check whether if count is greater than 1, but since the value of count is 1, therefore this condition is false. So finally we return mid of data, that is we return the value 3. So now let's have a look at our actual code. The driver code is already given, as well as the structure of the node is shown, which can be seen here. So we just need to complete the function getMiddle, whose argument is the pointer to the head node. So as we have seen in the explanation part, we have created two nodes, namely temp and mid, and pointed them to the head node. As well as we have created a variable count and initialized it with 0. Then we have a first while loop where we check whether if temp is not equal to null. And if so, we update the value of temp as temp of next, as well as we update the value of count as count plus plus. And after the while loop, we update the value of count as count by 2 plus 1. Then we have a second while loop for the mid pointer where we check whether if the value of count is greater than 1, and if this condition is true, then we update the value of mid as mid of next and decrement count. And finally, when we have reached the mid pointer to a particular node, middle node, then we return mid of data. So we can compile a code now. The code is compiled, so we can submit it now. And it got submitted successfully. So if you found the video helpful, then do hit that like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more such upcoming videos on must do coding questions for interview preparations. Thank you.